Hey, my name is Connor, and welcome to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. In this video, I'll be discussing what I see happening in the crypto market up until the Bitcoin halving, because right now we are not in the full-blown bull market yet, and most altcoins will not have their amazing runs until after Bitcoin makes a new all-time high. So it's very important to have a game plan, or at least an idea of how things will play out leading up until the halving, so that we have a strategy to best position ourselves to reap the most rewards possible in this market. So if this does interest you, my game plan heading into the halving, be sure to stick with me until the end of this video. Let's get right into it and let the gains be with you. So to best explain my game plan going into the Bitcoin halving in April of 2024, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart on the weekly time frame. So Bitcoin bottomed out at $15,460 down here. This is the macro cycle bottom. I do not expect Bitcoin to make any new lower lows. This is the Pico bottom as far as I am concerned. A lot of people loaded up Bitcoin down here at 16K to 20K. A lot of people loaded up Bitcoin here from 20 to 24K. A lot of people also loaded up here in this range from around 25K up to around 30K. A lot of people have better positioning than a lot of the major institutions right now. And what does that mean? It means that the big boys want to shake these early buyers out. These people that are well positioned for the coming bull run, which I have strong conviction will happen. The big funds like BlackRock and all the other big players in the market, they know that people are well positioned for much lower. So they will want to shake us out. And also we have the ETF buyers. So the Bitcoin Spot ETF, it's not a matter of if, it's more of a matter of when it does get approved. There's a bunch of deadlines coming up now in early January or mid-January. But nonetheless, a lot of people right now are buying Bitcoin speculating that it's going to go to the moon when the ETF does get approved. Let's call these people the ETF moon boys. These people also need to get shaken out. And it goes without saying, everything that I'm sharing with you right now is my own opinion and my own speculation. It is not to be taken for financial advice. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. But nonetheless, I do hold the belief, if I think in the perspective of the market makers, they're going to want to shake out the ETF moon boys, and they're going to want to shake out all the people that were buying Bitcoin much lower from the 20K and below regions. So with that being said, I do expect Bitcoin to keep on pushing up until the halving. Where I see Bitcoin going, I've been saying it all year long in 2023. Go watch my videos from January. Now, 11 months ago, I was saying Bitcoin will top out at around 45K for 2023. And we are very close right now. And Bitcoin is now in a weekly supply level. And the high of this supply zone is at around 44, 45K. So I can see Bitcoin continuing to push up here in the short term, leading up until the ETF approval. My personal prediction for Bitcoin is that it will start stalling out around $42,000 to $45,000. From there, I am expecting a big scare in the market. What it will be, what the news that is released to cause this big scare, I think it's going to be something not really related to the regulations. I think it could be something like Mt. Gox. It could be that they go after more prominent figures, like they went after CZ, they locked up SBF, and a lot of the other big figures. One guy right now that's in my mind is Richard Hart, obviously. Maybe they target him and go after him. He's a very well-known public crypto figure, and he's launched his own projects. So we're going to see what happens, but I do expect a period of fear, uncertainty, and doubt before the true bull market starts. And I can see Bitcoin having a relatively large pullback of around 20% to 30%. So let's say we top out at around 42K. If we were to get a 20% pullback, that would take us down to around $34,000. If we were to get a 30% pullback from 42,000, it would take us back down to 29K. All right. And we do have the previous bull market resistance, the high of 2023 that acted as resistance pretty much all year long at 31K. So it would make sense to retest that level one last time before we start heading to new all-time highs into the Bitcoin halving. All right, so that's what I'm expecting for Bitcoin. Top out at around 42 to 45K. We have a period of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Shake out the early buyers, shake out the ETF moon boys, and then we start the true run. We interrupt this video with a quick message from this video's sponsor, and that is Cryptonomy. This is a sponsored advertisement. So Cryptonomy is a digital assets platform that allows you to deposit your cryptocurrency and earn yield on it. We can take a look here at Cryptonomy, and they are actually registered in the United Kingdom. You can see it just got incorporated on the 24th of November. And I saw this, and this is what gave me the confidence to actually go ahead and speak about it on my channel. They are regulatory compliant, and the UK is pretty strict with their laws. But nonetheless, Cryptonomy allows you to earn yield on your cryptocurrency. As you can see, I do have some Bitcoin here and some Ethereum. Nonetheless, they have different options. They have the flexible deposit options, and the flexible deposit options allow you to use your cryptocurrency whenever you do want. So you can see I have 0.045 Bitcoin in here, and it's earning 24.72% APY. There is a 50-50 profit share. So Cryptonomy gets half of this, and then I get half of it as well. And then with Ethereum, I'm getting 25% APY. Same thing, a 50-50 profit share split. But they do have a bunch of different assets that you can go ahead and deposit. So if you're just holding on to some of these coins and you want to earn some yield, this is a viable option. I do recommend you to do your own research and look into it on your own. Of course, there is risk involved. Whenever you don't own the keys to your cryptocurrency, you do expose yourself to some risk. So make sure you use proper risk management and do your own research into this platform. You can also do fixed deposits, and you can lock up your deposits for periods of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months to earn the most APY. And the more time that you lock up your coins, the higher APY you will actually be earning. So Bitcoin, you can be earning up to 153% APY, but it's a 50-50 split again. Same thing with Ethereum. All right, so this is the fixed deposit. Flexible deposit allows you to withdraw your crypto and you can use it whenever you want. You always have access to it. And then there is also the Launchpool, and this allows you to get into projects early. I'll be speaking about this in the future, but check it out on your own. Cryptonomy, if you want to earn some yield on your crypto, if you're holding on to things like Bitcoin and Ethereum and it's just sitting in your wallet and you want to go ahead and earn some interest, this is a viable option in the year of 2023. So check it out. Now back to the video. So we talked about Bitcoin. I do expect a 20 to 30% correction at some point in time. I think there is a little bit juice left and we head up to around $42,000 to $45,000. Now with Ethereum, Ethereum is similar, but it's lagging behind Bitcoin in the sense that it is still underneath the 2023 high price from back in April at $2,142. Ethereum has been lagging behind and it has not broken out into new highs for the year. I do expect Ethereum to push up towards the $2,500 level. I can really see Ethereum topping out before a nice retracement at around $2,300 to $2,500. From there, again, I would exercise some caution. We can see a relatively large pullback if we do get some kind of big scare to shake out market participants before the true bull run does actually start. So Ethereum, again, I think it has a little bit more juice left in the tank. But with that being said, in previous market cycles, Ethereum was always the indicator of the health of altcoins. But in this cycle, things are changing. We're living in a new paradigm. We're living in new times. Ethereum is slow, it's clunky, and it's extremely expensive to use, especially for retail. Now, Ethereum will have an ETF approval just like Bitcoin, and big institutions will be buying, but that is not happening yet. When that does happen, I think that's when we're going to see Ethereum really start to outperform. But the new indicator this cycle for altcoin health is actually Solana, in my opinion. Whenever Solana starts to go higher and starts to push up, we see altcoins across the market also start to show signs of strength. So Solana is definitely one to keep your eyes on. Solana is the new altcoin health index as far as I am concerned. And I can see Solana pushing up to around $90 to $100 leading up to the halving and before what I'm calling right now the big scare. So with Bitcoin having the potential to drop 20 to 30%, what does that mean for altcoins? It means that altcoins will most likely have relatively large retracements. We can see the ones that have pumped retrace 40 to 50%. Does that mean you want to go ahead and sell everything and then buy it all back lower? I really do not recommend this for your bull market portfolio. Obviously, I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing in my strategy, not financial advice, but I really don't think it's wise to sell your positions, especially if you were getting into things when they were low. For example, Tau over here, if you were buying it at around $50 to $60, if you got such a great entry in a really solid position, it's very, very costly to give up that position trying to buy it back, say, 20 or 30% lower. Because if you see Tau going to thousands of dollars in price, is it really going to make that big of a difference if you're able to buy it, say, 25% lower? What if you sell and it keeps on going up and we never have a big scare? It is very, very risky to give up your positioning. So with that being said, I don't recommend, obviously I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing, but I don't plan on selling my bull market portfolio altcoins until it is time to sell in the bull market, when everything is super, super frothy and essentially retail has flooded into the market. And I look around and I can ask myself, okay, all of the dumb money, the quote unquote dumb money is here. This is the time to offload. Right now, we're still extremely early. And like I said, most altcoins do not have their real bull run until Bitcoin makes a new all-time high. So giving up altcoin positioning right now is not a wise move in my decision. But looking to lower your average costs and buy big dips from 40 to 50%, that could be a very, very viable strategy. And that's what I am planning on doing. I'm not planning on giving up my altcoin positions, but I am planning on adding to them as we do, if we do get this big scare, this big shakeout, which makes sense that we'll get. It's never so easy where we just keep pumping. Market makers, they know people are well positioned. They know people are just jumping in out of fear of missing out because of the ETF, and they're going to want to shake these people out. Nonetheless, BitTensor Tau right now is pushing to new all-time highs, trying to break out above $309. Definitely follow me on Twitter. I made a tweet the other day saying that you don't own enough Tau. One of my followers here, longtime follower, shout out to Patrick, he said, what's a good entry? And I just shared with him my chart. I said, if you like ranges, Tau is at its current range low at $236 in a demand zone. And as you can see, that demand zone played out perfectly at the bottom end of the range, and it is now bouncing to the top of the range. So I've been sharing my analysis on Tau in my Discord, but I also just share it on Twitter sometimes from time to time. So follow me on Twitter so that you don't miss stuff like this and get great entries on things like Tau at the range lows. But altcoins for the most part, yeah, we can see the ones that have pumped have a pretty steep retracement of say 30, 40, 50%. Again, I don't recommend to look to capitulate and then try and buy back lower, 20% lower, because then you can give up your position and you may end up with less coins than you originally started with. I am personally just looking to add if we do see some kind of big scare, whether that's related to regulation, whether it's related to something like Mt. Gox, who knows what the headline will be. But again, it makes sense because right now we're in the disbelief stage in the market. We are in the disbelief stage of the current market cycle, and the market does rally, which is what we're seeing right now in this disbelief stage. People don't think it's a real rally. And then we usually have one final shakeout before the true bull run. And when this shakeout does occur, the bears will be euphoric. All the people like Il Capo of crypto, who's been saying all year that Bitcoin will go to 12K, he's going to be shouting from the rooftops, thinking that he was correct, thinking that Bitcoin will go down to 12K. And then we're going to have the bulls, people like myself, everybody who's been bullish and caught the meat of this rally. We are essentially going to be scared for our life. All right. And this is what we want. We want this fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We want the red days to add to our positions. When other people are fearful, we need to be greedy, as Warren Buffett does say. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm expecting one final shakeout before the true bull run. This will be the opportunity to buy the dip, in my opinion. I'll be looking to add to my positions. We have Tau right now making a new all-time high for the year. We love to see it. Again, Bitcoin, I wouldn't be surprised to see it top out between $42,000 to $45,000. ETH from $2,300 to $2,500. Solana is the new altcoin health index. When Solana starts to push up, we see altcoins across the board also start to perform well. So use Solana if you are actively trading altcoins as an indicator, as an edge on what will play out next. Nonetheless, I hope that you did enjoy this video. I'm bullish. I'm a bull. Going into the halving, I would recommend what I'm doing at least. I can't give financial advice, but what I'm doing is at least 90% exposure headed into the Bitcoin halving. I'm expecting trillions of dollars to flood into the market, and I'm expecting a crazy, crazy bull market where fortunes will be made and people will be buying late. Everybody who's here right now, you're early. We're simply going to use them as exit liquidity. That's just the game that we play. I hope you enjoyed the video. So in this video, I went over my analysis and my strategy heading into the Bitcoin halving in April of 2024. Again, I'm expecting one last final shakeout. I could be wrong, which is why I'm already well positioned, and I don't plan on giving up my positions right now to try and buy back 20% lower. That's just me though. You can do whatever you want. I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you let me know by smashing that like button down below. And if you are brand new to Crypto Empire and you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead right now and smash the subscribe button down below and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I will see you in the next video.